Hi everyone and welcome to Mama Social, the podcast. I'm Lauren.
And I'm Kayleigh, and we're here to talk motherhood, womanhood, and all things adulthood.
So grab yourself a bev and enjoy.
I'm sleep deprived. I'm fuming that I didn't go to the gym this morning. And I'm coming on my period.
Oh.
So I'm slightly hormonal, aggressive, antsy. 400 and odd quid. I'm
Is that
like,
how much they are? Is that where you go for like a full body scan?
no, it's
thing?
just a swab.
400 quid for a
swab.
My PT was like, well, show us your food that you're eating then. Like, I'd been tracking everything and she was like, show us it so I can make sure you're hitting everything that I've told you to hit. And she was like, Lauren, you're not hitting your protein. Every single day you're not hitting your protein. You need to be doing the protein. So then I was like, right, taking the protein seriously. And as soon as I did, it started dropping off us. I do like a soup.
Yeah, but I wanted a dumpling in it or something.
Oh yeah, you need it with like a roll of bread.
But I didn't. I just had a sad, brown, wet lump with a slice of onion in.
For 4 days in a row,
That's
I am. Oh wow! But then obviously there can be
like
how side effects.
How
and-
far? Can
Oh,
you
listen,
go?
people go too far.
But do you at the clinic have any sort of like? Obviously, you can't tell anybody what to do, but would say
A lot of
maybe?
people would get turned away.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I suppose there is pressure out there, but I think the pressure comes from you. I think
Kayleigh
the pressure-
Laverick.
From Kayleigh Laverick. Well.
You all right?
But obviously I've got the swollen eye and it's just a little bit sore.
It honestly,
Makes
it
us wanna
hurts,
dig.
doesn't it?
Yeah, we've both got a swollen eye today, the same eye as well.
Oh yeah, it is.
Yeah, they're our right eyes. Both got-
Mine is because my body does not like product, and
So you pulled a moisturiser out your bag and you said it's because of this moisturiser. Why was that moisturiser going on your eye?
it just goes on my whole face. Do you not put moisturiser on your eye?
Well, you put an eye cream on your eye.
I don't have an eye cream. Lauren, I only got a moisturiser a few weeks ago. When Dill said, you're very flaky.
Flaky, you're very flaky.
I put my makeup on. No, I didn't. I put, what's the SPF I get from the clinic?
Heliocare.
Got that on and he was like, wow, you're really flaky. And I was like, oh. So I got a moisturiser. Crusty. And then my face just broke out in all these little dry spots. And then Dee was like, and it does this all of the time. That's why I just don't do products. And then Dee was like, go for it. Just keep going.
Very good moisturiser recommendation for you.
Hit me.
It's the Abaji Rebalance. It's really good for people with impaired barriers. So if your face is getting really sore off like a normal moisturiser, then you must have an impaired barrier. So
What
this
the
is going to
hell
help
is that?
your skin, Kayleigh. I'll explain it
Impaired
to you all
barrier.
later. But basically, you can get a really nice moisturiser off us, okay?
Okay, thank you.
It's a little bit expensive though.
Oh, here we go. She's upselling.
Well, I'll give you a cost price.
Oh, thank you.
So yeah, you need that.
Right.
Mine's because I've accidentally rubbed
Burnt.
my very strong
Burnt your eye.
skincare into my eyeball. Well, not my actual eyeball, my eyelids.
There's just too many things. There's too many things to do.
There is a lot of things to do.
Eye cream, lip cream. My kids are obsessed with lip balms at the minute, by the way.
I'm obsessed with lip balms.
Like,
What kind of lip balms do your kids have?
oh, like Freddie's got a Nivea
Mm-hmm.
because he said last week, Mum, I'm the only one without a lipstick. I was like, a lipstick? He was like, yeah. Like the lads have got these blue ones. I was like, lip balm. And he was like, can I have one? My lips are sore. And I was like, no, they're not.
As if that's a little craze in school.
No, they're
Lip
not,
balm.
So, yeah, he got his lip balm. And then Eva was like, oh, she went in a frozen makeup set that I got her for Christmas and got the Anna and the Elsa. So she's carried them around with her all weekend. And then she's now got a lip gloss from Dale's mum's that
Lovely.
she thoroughly enjoys putting lip gloss on Dale. And he's walking around with his sparkly lips.
I love that.
And he's just, you know what I love? You know when you think about having kids with somebody and you think they're never going to let them do this, this and this. He's just so free. Like he'll walk around with his nails painted on his toes when Freddie's like painted his toes, lip balm, just makeup on his, it's just wonderful.
I can't wait for the day that Oaks can colour in the lines and I can say, let's go and colour in Daddy's tattoos.
Oh, that's just a
I
good
really,
idea.
I really want to do that. Just to annoy Glenn.
paint by numbers.
Mm-hmm.
Did I tell you the
So
time
colourful.
Dale forgot that his nails were painted one day and we turned up at CM Hall?
Oh no, what colour were they?
Like blue.
Toes.
Toes. So he's walking around in his sliders, pulling his toes under. And I was like, stop it. And he was like, I'm going to have to leave. I'm going to get me socks on. I said, it look like you've got a verruca. You're not putting socks on round a spa. We didn't last very long that day. I think
he was too conscious. He couldn't
really
enjoy himself
conscious.
because of the toes.
I was like, how pathetic. People will know because it wasn't on nice.
You know what
it was a mess.
He should have just embraced it and acted like he just has painted toenails.
Yeah. I think he probably would have if they were like
Pink.
properly. No, like not like somebody just thrown paint at the nail.
Yeah.
But anyhow, there we are.
Pits and peaks. Pits and peaks.
It's hard.
For
It's not,
once.
I know.
It's you.
No, I do. I've got a couple. I'm having...
You know what?
It's because I'm coming on my period tomorrow.
This has happened to me the whole way here. I've been talking to myself in the car.
Of course you have.
Right. And even just talking to myself, my brain to mouth function has not been working properly.
I think it's a mix between being absolutely freezing, right?
It's cold.
I'm sleep deprived. I'm fuming that I didn't go to the gym this morning. And I'm coming on my period.
Oh.
So I'm slightly hormonal, aggressive, antsy.
So because obviously I'm like bang back into tracking my cycle properly again since I found my Aura ring. And at the minute, I think I'm ovulating.
So you're wanting it?
The rage that I felt yesterday, I had ovulation rage.
I've
Is
never
that a thing?
I think you've just got
Do you
rage.
think I've just got rage issues?
I think you
Do you know
need
what I think
to
I'm
check
starting
in
to
with better help.
realise? I think that I've got like overstimulation rage.
Yeah.
I feel like when there's too many noises, like too
Where's
much
your
noise
things?
around us.
Your loopy things?
Well, they're in the car.
Yeah, you don't need them right now.
But I don't need them right now, no. But I do have, I use them a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And when I don't, the rage.
Rage is intense.
Huh? But then I was wondering, I wonder if like ovulation rage is a thing. Because I had the pre-period rage, first day of the period rage. Then I felt lovely for a few days. And then ovulation is around. And honestly.
It must just be the different like peaks of hormones. So things must go up and down, and your baseline must be when it goes up, going to chop somebody's head off with rage. You know what I want to do? I've been saying for the last 2 months, I need a diary of like, this is how I feel. This is what my hunger's
Natural
like.
cycles?
This is what my sleep's like.
Natural cycles?
Yeah, but I want to do it free. The amount of crap that I buy, I've bought a Whoop. I've got, what else have I got?
But listen, you don't need a hoop. A whoop.
I've got all these. I'm a
natural-
marketeer's wet dream.
Natural
Like,
cycles is a really good one to have though.
yes, but all of the apps and all of the devices are. Last night, when I'm texting you about stuff, me and Dale's looking on how to get our biological age mapped and see how old, what have we done to how damaged our body is and what age we are, so that it can like really propel us into this fitness journey. 400 and odd quid. I'm
Is that
like,
how much they are? Is that where you go for like a full body scan?
no, it's
thing?
just a swab.
400 quid for a swab.
And I was like, no, we can't do it. We're supposed to be, this year's the saving. And Dale's like, yeah, but you've got me excited about finding out how old because he's going to be like 60 or something.
Can't
how
you just
stressed
listen?
he
Isn't
is
there
at
some
work.
machines in some gyms
No.
where you can get on them and hold on to something, and they tell you how old you
Remember
are?
them at Boots?
Yeah,
when they
the
first
weight
came out,
ones.
when we were
honestly, I am
teenagers.
pretty sure David Lloyd has one of them.
Yeah, but it won't be
Oh,
accurate.
well, I know, but is anything?
Well, these things are supposed to be. Anyway, I have got too many things, and there's too many things on the market that I just want somebody to say, right, you need to take this supplement, this thing, sleep this many hours, don't eat that for your body.
Well, you need
I
to
got
sleep
on this-
for 8 hours.
Well, I got on the scales this morning and I've lost no weight. And I know the focus shouldn't be on that, but when I'm not drinking and I'm exercising, the most I've done in months, have I not lost any weight? And it'll be because I'm coming on my period, but I'm going to tell you how. Is it going to irritate me?
I really depressed myself the other day, right? Because I was having a conversation with Charlotte, and obviously she's ready to pop a baby out, and she was like, "Oh, I'm getting so jealous watching all these girls on Love Island looking unreal. Like, I can't wait."
Has Love Island started?
Yes.
Oh, we'll have to get into that. We're into Traitors, so I can't get into two things.
I've never watched it.
I love Traitors.
She was saying how she can't wait until after pregnancy, and she can't wait to, like, get back to herself and stuff. And I was like, oh yeah, it's been a year. I should probably start doing that as well. And then we were talking about, so her boyfriend's been on like a fitness journey, doing it all, properly and that. And I was like, you know what? I really need to start doing that again because I've done it before. I can do it again. I just need to stop being a lazy bitch, right? So then I looked on my phone and I looked back at when, obviously this is pre-baby, but this is when I was training 3 times a week. I used to go to PTs 3 times a week.
Yeah,
I used to run. I used to do yoga. I did pole dancing for fun.
Oh, I would love
right?
to do that.
I'd go on 15,000 step walks pretty much every day.
Any of these alone?
Yeah, I actually went to pole dancing by myself, and I used to walk, well, obviously with Smokey. And I did my PT also alone, but with my PT, obviously. And I looked fucking mint. Like, I look back at the photos and I was like, oh my God. And then obviously on Instagram, I've been doing my realistic January outfit. So I've been recording myself getting ready every single day. I said, okay, I'm going to have to show you this. I was sending these pictures to Charlotte and I was like, for fuck's sake, I'm going to have to set one of these as my wallpaper, like, and just get a bit of motivation back, because how I did it was obviously exercise.
But you didn't have 2 kids.
Eating. It was the eating.
Oh, no.
So that was what I was about to say to you. It's your protein intake.
Well, I've
the
not
reason
eaten
that you're not
today.
losing any weight. So you really, because I did PTs for months, right? And then I felt good, but I wasn't losing any weight. And my PT was like, well, show us your food that you're eating then. Like, I'd been tracking everything, and she was like, show us it so I can make sure you're hitting everything that I've told you to hit. And she was like, Lauren, you're not hitting your protein. Every single day you're not hitting your protein. You need to be doing the protein. So then I was like, right, taking the protein seriously. And as soon as I did, it started dropping off us.
It's just so many things
It's
to learn.
just so hard to be disciplined. It's the discipline.
It's not discipline, It's education.
But it's education and discipline. You've got to be. I know.
Oh, well, that's your fault.
But I do not have the discipline within me to do it.
Like, I don't know.
I've got it in there somewhere.
But I don't know what do people say your macros? Who's he and what's he for?
Well, that's the amount of protein and stuff you need to eat. So, right. I had upper abage.
Give me a
right,
look.
just 2 seconds because I need to flick along. So upper abage. This is just.
Yeah, but this is before your babies.
I can do it again. I
You
know
can
I
do it
I've
again?
got it in us. I've got it in us. Right. This was my back and my arse.
Stunning.
This was last week. Me getting ready for a reel.
I'm sorry, I love that. It's just the way you flipped it along.
So I said Charlotte these, and I was like, I'm sorry, but look at that, like back, like look at that, and then I was like, this was me today. Like, what the fuck? Like, yeah. So
we have to be kind to yourself.
Oh,
though.
we do have to
you
be
have
kind to
grown
ourselves.
2 humans,
but I do.
and life's got in the way.
Life has got in the way.
Wowza.
So yeah, I do just feel like I've got it in us somewhere.
Yeah.
It's in there. It's just the actually doing it. So for me to be able to do it, it's the being more organised with my time, to be able to have time to cook myself some food instead of being like, oh my God, I've got nothing and I need to order a McDonald's. That's what I need to work on. I don't know how we've got to this.
Well, I did want a
conversation.
kebab last night, and we haven't had a takeaway this weekend, but Dill was like, what do you want for your tea? I was like, a kebab, but I don't want a kebab, but I want a kebab. He was like, well, you're not having a kebab. I was like, I know I'm not having a kebab, but now I'm fuming, I'm not having a kebab.
Yeah. And don't tell me I'm not having a kebab.
Because now I'm going to have to go get a kebab. Guess what I have for me tea?
A kebab?
No.
What?
A pot of French onion soup.
I do like a soup.
Yeah, but I wanted a dumpling in it or something.
Oh, yeah. You need it with like a roll of bread.
But I didn't. I just had a sad, brown, wet lump with a slice of onion in.
That's not the one.
And I had it at Wynyard Golf Club the other day at a meeting, and it was
That
stunning.
sounds so posh.
It was so posh. And the man I was meeting, who incredible businessman, he ordered some, and I was like, I will have that too. So we sat there eating this French onion soup at this posh place.
Slurping.
But there was a roll. So yeah, I'm funked because I'm coming on my period and I've just got to be patient.
You've got to be patient, and you've patience and protein. Okay, there you go. Patience and protein.
The 2 P's. So that could be, we're on Pits and Peaks. We've done no Pits and Peaks.
Well, I feel like there was a pit in there somewhere. I don't know.
But peak, like, I'm still doing it. You know, when you get to this point and you're like, ugh, what the hell's going on? I've just got to make some more changes with food. But I haven't drank. I'm now addicted to Trip.
I do like a Trip.
The cucumber and mint one.
Yeah, I really like it.
But then I was sad last night because there was none left in the fridge.
Yeah.
So that on top of the French onion soup, what a sad time to be alive. A funny story, which was going to be the pit, was Dale was away working last week, so I was solo parenting for 4 days. And Eva's I've said this, she's obsessed. She's obsessed with me.
Yeah.
Like, gets to 1 o'clock in the morning and I have to, Mammy, in. She taps the bed. So, get in. 3 o'clock on Friday night, I wake up to being twatted in the face twice.
Oh, no.
Bam, bam, straight on my nose. Doom, doom. And I'm like, shut up. And she went, stop snoring. Through gritted teeth, like, stop it. And I'm snoring because I'm overweight. Do you know what I mean?
You're not snoring because you're overweight, Katie. You're snoring because you're sleeping with your mouth open. Get some mouse tape.
No.
It's got nothing to do with your weight.
No, it does. You choke when you get... I didn't snore when I was thin.
Nah.
I did not snore when I was thin.
Listen.
There was no listening. That's facts. When
I did snore when I was pregnant, actually. So I wonder if weight does have anything to do with snoring. It does, because
as soon as you lie down, it all your fat suffocates here.
Right, you're being ridiculous. I'm suffocating myself. Right, you're being really dramatic.
Anyway.
Just get some mouth tape or something.
Oh, nah. I feel like I'll panic in the middle of the night.
But it's meant to be really good for you. I feel like people are really into that at the minute. Don't you feel like everyone's just getting really into like
health,
wellness?
Mm-hmm. I was texting you about NAD.
Yes.
Like, I want that.
Yeah, I get it. It's meant to be absolutely incredible. It's just a little bit expensive.
This is the thing.
Yeah.
All these things I want. I said to Dale last night, this is why I want to be rich, because I want to know how old I am. I want a PT. I want NAD treatments every month. I want a chef that cooks us our food.
Oh, wouldn't that be lovely?
Like, how easy. Like the Kardashians. Of course they look like that because they have so many people around them providing them like everything that they need to be the best version of themselves. Mm-hmm. Anybody's coming in my house and like cooking food and washing clothes, and
I know
I've ironed for the last 2 weeks.
Oh God, I ironed last night, and it's just
I felt good, you know.
You know what? I feel good
Sunday
when I've done
morning,
it.
boom, boom, boom. Dale's mum texts in, bring the ironing down. I was like, I have done it, and you know how proud I felt.
Yeah,
So
we put the kids to bed last night, and usually Glenn puts Ovi down and I put Oaks to bed because Oaks only ever wants me to put him to bed. And I'd said to Glenn, like, I've got some work to do and I really want to get that ironing done so that it's not there tomorrow. Yeah. So you have to put Oaks to bed, because if I'm putting Oaks to bed, he makes us read 1 million books and it's like a whole an hour and a half to 2 hour thing.
And then you'll fall asleep.
Where if Glenn fell asleep. Glenn fell asleep with him. But Oaks did not want Glenn to put him to bed. And then I was like, Oaks, come here. I was like, Daddy's feeling really left out because you never want Daddy to put you to bed, and Daddy really wants to put you to bed. He's really excited to read you some books. So please, can Daddy put you to bed? And he was like, okay. So then in that time where Glenn put Oaks to bed and fell asleep, I managed to tidy downstairs a little bit, to get some washing out and like hung up and stuff, do the ironing, get some work emails and stuff done. And then I was like,
felt good.
Sat with nothing to do by 7:45, and I was like, this is incredible.
This is how it should
usually
be.
I'm in bed with Oaks until around 8, and when I'm lying there, I'm getting angry because not at Oaks, but because I've got stuff to do and I'm not getting it done. Like, it's just a bit of my time that I need back. I need that time back. Just gone to Cape. Anyway,
Go to
peak,
sleep.
peak.
They're them. Like, just keeping on track, doing what I'm doing, not drinking, and funny being twatted in the face.
Right, okay, so my peak of the week is I had a massive clear out of my wardrobe and my dressing room, and that feels good. There was a million hangers crammed in there and I had no hangers to hang fresh washing up. Now I've got a pile of about 50 hangers with nothing on.
In a carrier bag?
Great. No, they're just hanging on my dressing table at the minute.
Stick them in a carrier bag, put them in a cupboard.
So I need to do a big Vinted upload. That is something that I need to do this week. And then the pit of my week is just realising that I'm still just really not organised. The organisation thing is a lot harder than I thought it would be. Do you know, like being organised and having everything done is a lot harder than I thought it would be. But like I've just said to you there, when I'm lying in bed with Oaks on a night, I could be using that hour and a half, nearly 2 hours sometimes, to be getting on top of work and stuff. But because for 4 days in a row, I am... Oh, wow. For 4 days in a row, I do bedtime by myself. Sometimes 6 days, because one night he has football training.
Goddamn.
And then he has a football match on a Saturday. So usually 6 nights, 5 or 6 nights, I do bedtime by myself.
You do know you're just a solo parent.
I am.
Single. What did we say it was called again last year?
What?
And people were shouting at us a little bit. You're not a single parent. You're a...
Are you a solo parent?
I can't remember what we said.
We don't want to remember, because my mum was telling me that I was a single parent. I was a single mum, and I was like, I'm not a single mum. And she was like, well, you are sometimes, and I'm like, no, but I'm not. I'm not. Like, I'm not
solo parent.
Yeah, like I solo parent a lot, but so does Glenn. Glenn solo parents a lot. Glenn's solo parenting today. He will be solo parenting later. He will be solo parenting tomorrow. We will parent together on Wednesday. He'll go solo on Thursday. But I just end up with bedtimes.
Yeah.
Which is fine, but I just feel like if I had that hour and a half to get stuff done, I could get on top of my organisation.
It will come.
It will come. It's going to come. But anyway, that's my pit and my peak.
Perfect. So, should we get cracking?
Let's get crack-a-lack-a-lacking.
This week's episode is about Tweakments.
Oh, come on then.
Your bread and butter,
My
Miss
bread
Causa.
and butter.
So,
for anyone who doesn't know
what a tweakment is.
Oh, no, I was just going to say that I work in an aesthetics clinic. I am the manager of an aesthetics clinic. So I know a lot about treatments, tweakments, things that you can get done.
What can't you get done now? Like, there is something for everything.
Yeah, there is.
So do you feel like society has placed unrealistic expectations on women and mothers especially, or not?
Do I feel like society does? I don't. You know what? I do and I don't. I don't think the pressure... I suppose there is pressure out there, but I think the pressure comes from you. I think
Kayleigh Laverick.
From Kayleigh Laverick. No, I feel like the pressure comes from yourself. Do you know what I mean? So you can either succumb to the pressure or you can just do what you want to do and not care about the pressure.
Lauren, do you ever feel like just when you've got a handle on things, Ovi enters a whole new phase and suddenly everything changes?
Oh my God, Kayleigh, literally last week. One moment he's all smiles and I'm getting a full night's sleep, and then the next we're waking in the night again. The sleep schedule is chaos.
I remember it so well, and that's where Wonder Weeks comes in. In this amazing app that helps you understand and navigate your baby's development leaps, it's like a parenting superpower. Not only does Wonder Weeks prepare you for those changes, but it also helps you celebrate those incredible milestones. The app isn't just informative, it's a lifesaver. It gives you expert advice, super helpful articles, and even connects you to a supportive community of parents who are in the same boat.
The notifications are a game changer too. The app lets you know when a new developmental leap is about to start, so you can be ready for whatever's coming next.
Parenting is tough, but with Wonder Weeks, you're never alone and you're always one step ahead.
So, if you're ready to stop guessing and start celebrating every moment with your baby, download the Wonder Weeks app today.
Trust us, you'll wonder how you ever lived without them. So somebody asked me last week because I guest spoke at a couple of events last week, and one of the questions was about this sort of thing. And I said, you know what, when looking back, I didn't succumb or feel the need or pressure for bounce back or any sort of
which I didn't either.
treatment first time around with Freddie.
Second time, did you?
Second time, I did, because I wasn't very well and I was looking externally on how to help fix me internally. But none of them things were ever going to help it. I needed to fix what was going on in my brain.
Yeah.
But because them treatments and that bounce back culture is so apparent and so easily accessible, it was so easy to latch onto that and be like, oh, well, if my skin's better, or if I lose weight, or if I just feel a bit more like my old self, I'll find my old self. But it's not about finding your old self. It's about finding and enjoying and being around this new identity of you.
You're a whole new person after a baby.
Like, you've birthed a baby and you've birthed you. Like, you are a brand new, I'm 4.0 version of me.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not 2.0. Like, so it's protecting your peace. Like one of our taglines of this podcast, like looking around and being like, is this salmon sperm going to make me feel better?
My answer, yes.
But do you know what I mean? Like, I feel like for me, society does put the pressure on, because did I ever tell you that I must have, because I was fuming last year as somebody who was wanting to work with us, a fitness app thing. Great app, I imagine, but their marketing promo videos was so toxic for a mother. Yeah. So it's like, do you want to feel sexy again?
Oh no.
Do you want to get rid of that baby belly?
No.
And I was like, I am sexy. My husband has never wanted me more, and it's the biggest I've ever been. Like, it isn't about how you look, it's about how you feel.
Yeah.
So naff off, you absolute lunatic. Leave us alone and help us be better internally.
I get loads of messages on Instagram of like online coaches and online PTs that are like, hi, like we would love to work, like love your profile, we would love to work with you on our 6-week weight loss program, blah, 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 blah. I ignore them all. So I don't do it to be rude, but I just don't want to join in. For one, I hate like home workouts and stuff like that. That's just not, it's not for me. Like,
you need
I
somebody
wouldn't
to
do
do
it.
that,
Yeah, I wouldn't do it. If I was to do like a 6 weeks online plan, I wouldn't be doing anything I was supposed to be doing. But yeah, I know what you mean. I do think there is a pressure. I don't know. I don't know my answer to this. Because I know that I understand that some people would feel pressured, but I feel like you're putting that pressure on yourself. I don't feel like anyone else is putting that pressure on you. Do you know what I mean?
I do, but I think it's hard to not feel the pressure externally, especially when like there's so much celebration when you lose weight or you get back into them size 10 jeans or and I don't think we can change that narrative. That is just there. And yes, of course, I want to look. Dale always on his phone is a picture of me and him on the aeroplane going to Mexico, and we're like smiling. And my face is half the size of my face now. Like, my face falls straight into my neck now. Like, I am a thumb, but like
I'm a thumb.
And in this picture, my jawline is there. Like. And I look at that picture and I'm like, when you look at me, is that, or if you think about me, is that me? And he's like, well, yeah. And I'm like, yeah, but that isn't me now. And he's like, but it is. Like, in my head, you're always that. Like, it doesn't matter. And he's so lovely with it. But it doesn't, like, spur you on. Obviously, if he was a knob, I wouldn't be with him. But, like you looking at them old pictures for inspiration, like, I have a million of them.
Yeah.
Like, but I need to remember, I was stood on a bridge 2 years ago, gonna take my own life. And that had nothing to do with how I looked physically.
Yeah.
And it was everything to do with how mentally unwell I was.
Yeah.
So I need to celebrate that I'm here. Somebody else said as well, because it was Dale that when I said I need to quit work to start my social code properly, and I don't know how I'm going to make money, but I just need to do it. And he said, crack on. That like one line that was like, crack on. And this lady said, you do know why he said crack on, right? And I was like, no, I hadn't even thought about it. And she went, he said crack on because he got you back.
Yeah.
Like, and he didn't care what the hell you did. You are here and he will support this. And I was like, that's the things that should be celebrated.
Yeah.
Not, oh, she's back into her size 10s. And the focus should be on that part more. But there's so much pressure to be young and be gorgeous. But again, like you've just said, is that pressure from me? Not Kayleigh Laverick, like from yourself.
Yeah, from yourself.
But I don't think the media helps.
Not always.
Society helps.
Not always. But so obviously we've had conversations on here before about like how obviously everyone's looking good is different, right? But how looking good can make you feel better. And sometimes you'll perform better. So if you are in, you know, the trenches of motherhood, there might be something, and I'm not promoting this, do you know what I mean? Like, I'm not being like, you need to go and get something done, but there might be something that you can do that is going to make you feel better.
Which then
I love to go for a
better.
massage. That's an hour where I can just switch off, enjoy hands on me back.
But is that not just self-care?
Well, yeah, but I think a lot of, like, I think treatments and stuff
yeah,
could be
you're
classed
right.
as self-care. Like
good skin. It's the biggest organ in your body.
Exactly.
Yeah, you're right.
I feel like people still, when they hear like treatments, tweakments, stuff like that, they still think a face full of filler. That's what someone wants to go and get. They want to go and get their face completely changed. And it's just not like that anymore. Like,
have you seen a deterioration of filler requirements?
We still, like in our clinic, we still do quite a lot of filler. But I feel like even filler is just done differently now. It's just done in a much more natural way than it was a good few years ago. Like people wanted to look different. They wanted to...
Whereas now where they're just trying to enhance.
Yes, enhance what you already have. That is what we like to say. Like, you need to look at what you've already got and you can just do little enhancements, little tweaks that are just going to make you feel a bit better.
Yeah.
But then I feel like it's going a more regenerative way now, obviously with skin boosters and polynucleotides, stuff that is helping boost your own collagen. There's a lot of that. So I do feel like when people think about treatments, they think about, oh no, too much filler, rather than, I don't know, little things that they can get done that might make them feel better. Like, obviously I do facials. Like, coming for a facial could make you feel great. So come for one.
Well, it's my, it was on my vision board last year to go for a monthly massage of like, you have smashed it this month.
Yeah.
Everyone's alive. Business is doing well. Go and celebrate with a massage.
I love a massage.
Like, that's my...
Some people might want to celebrate with going to get their lips done, going to get a bit of Botox.
Just scared of pain.
You're a little wimp, aren't you?
I am. You did a skin peel on us last year and I thought it was dying.
Yeah, you did.
Stop rubbing me with a nettle. It feels like I'm being nettled. I think I just have super sensitive skin.
Yeah, you have.
Yes, I'm pointing at my eye. So, what's the surprising treatment / tweakment that's around at the minute that you think this is just for a now? This is not going to be something around in 2 years.
I don't know.
I think the salmon sperm one is mental. Like, who in a research lab's gone, let's go and toss off a salmon?
Closest to human DNA.
I know we've had,
and
like,
it's
but
obviously extremely unethical to use humans. So
Dale, come here. We have a business idea. You and Glenn go over there.
Yeah, obviously salmon sperm. It's actually salmon trout. It's a type of trout, not salmon.
False advertising.
I know. I feel like people
Trout
just think
sperm
it sounds fancier when it says
trout
salmon,
sperm.
but it's salmon trout. But yeah, they're very good. Very good.
But does it get injected or just rubs on you?
Injected?
Oh, Jesus wept.
So I had it under my eyes. I've only had one session. I need like another 2 or 3. And I was extremely swollen. Extremely swollen. But yeah, they're really good. We've had some really, really phenomenal results from them in the clinic.
What, does it just like get rid of lines? Like, what is the result?
Like, let me show you.
Show me.
Some pictures. But yeah, it can help to get rid of lines. It can help to get rid of, like, obviously, like hollowness and stuff that you've got under there.
Hollowness?
Yeah, some people have hollow under eyes.
What the hell does that look like?
Like where you've got bags, like big bags. Like, it's unreal. This is what I mean, like.
But how far can you go?
I mean, you can really go too far, but some of these treatments, these little tweakments that you can get, they're life-changing.
Yeah, but how long did they last? And then you got to go and do it again.
How long's a piece of string?
I don't know.
But this is what I mean. So the NAD stuff, it's going to do you the world of good, okay? Yeah. But it's a little bit expensive. Yeah. It's just whether or not you want to invest in you.
I do.
So look at this lady's under eyes.
Is that what hollowness is?
So no, that's more like, well, she's obviously got a bit of hollow there, but that's phenomenal.
What's that? How many treatments that on?
So she's had 3.
Jesus.
3. So she had 3 every 4 weeks. And then she came back for a top up like 6 months later. Wow. So usually you'll do like a little course.
And that's just trout sperm.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to call it trout sperm from now. It's incredible. That's unreal. It's incredible.
That's absolutely unreal. Obviously, Jen, who owns the clinic, she is so good at noses, at like a non-surgical rhinoplasty. Like,
I must have told you.
They are life-changing.
I must have told you the first time that I ever met Jen was about 8 years ago when I got invited. My friend who goes to your clinic was the first time she was getting her nose done. She was like, just come with us. Like, I'm a bit nervous. I couldn't take my eyes off it. It was the most bizarre, incredible thing I've ever witnessed. Like, when she went upwards.
Yeah.
Like, and then just moulded this new nose. I was like, this is a brand new person I'm looking
Honestly,
at.
It's
like,
so, like we literally have people in tears after the treatments. And it's gorgeous.
Yeah.
To be able to, so I know people obviously sometimes associate treatments with looking fake and looking this and whatever, but it can actually be a really positive thing.
Mm-hmm.
But then obviously there can be
like how
side effects.
How far can you go?
People go too far.
But do you at the clinic have any sort of like, obviously you can't tell anybody what to do, but would say
a lot of
maybe
people would get turned away?
Oh, really?
Yeah. Or like a lot of the girls would be like, look, until you've had everything dissolved, we will not be putting anything back in.
Go somewhere else.
Yeah. We have a very good team of girls in the clinic. Very, very good.
Because then that's good because a lot of people would just see the numbers because they are expensive, these treatments, and just, yes, I'll do anything.
Want all the money.
But then that freaks us out, you know.
It's not ethical.
How easy it is. Like, I could go and do a day's course somewhere and then start putting shit in your face.
Yes.
Like, that's the scary part of it.
That is scary. I think it'll all get regulated soonish at some point.
It should, though, should it not? Like,
well, I don't know, you know. Like,
not invasive
totally
treatments, but stuff that goes in.
But I will tell you for a fact now that there will be some better non-medics carrying out these treatments than some medics. Do you know what I mean? Like, I just think it's like a case by case.
Like, you should have to go and do like a course and be signed off, as in like a long, like an apprenticeship somewhere.
There should be a bit more to it. There used to be years ago, like you had to go and do like a few days course and like more in depth than what some of them are now. I think you can go and train in a day now. But like, what I mean is people have this whole hoo-ha over medics and non-medics. And obviously I come from a clinic where all of the girls that inject are medical. I'm trained in skin boosters. I could inject a skin booster, but I choose not to because I'm not medical and I don't know why. I wouldn't know how to deal with some of the complications that some of the girls would know how to. So therefore I wouldn't feel comfortable. But there are non-medics out there that do know how to deal with the complications. And there'll be people that have came from a background of beauty, of makeup, whatever, that then decide to go and train in aesthetics and deal with a face. I believe that those people are probably better to deal with a face than some, probably not some doctor, but like some dentist who's come off that's never like looked at someone's face proportions and stuff before. Do you know what I'm?
It's an art, isn't it, to get it right?
Yes, you've got to have an eye. I feel like I bet there is a lot of medical people out there that, yes, they know the anatomy of the face, but
not the artistry.
Yes, the artist, but that goes with it.
Just the word of mouth piece is great. If you know something, like I want to get my eyebrows done, but then I always talk myself out of it. And I know Vicky would be amazing to get them done. And I'm like, well, what happens if something goes wrong? Like, I always think of the worst case. And I'm like, I'll just pencil them on for the rest of my life. Anyway.
You'd be fine.
Nah, man.
I just think if something is going to make you feel good, then do it.
But I also think of why that's going to make you feel good. What do you think you're going to get out of it? If it's relaxing and it's for your own peace, go for it. But if you're going to start anything that potentially that you think you're going to feel better from physically, and really, I'm trying to say something that I don't want to.
What's about to come out?
Like, I don't want to upset people or like annoy somebody.
But who are you going to annoy?
I don't know. I'm overthinking everything. Basically, if you think I'm going to feel better when I've lost all this weight, you might not. Because in your head, like, this might be...
Yeah, you might not, but then
the issue. But you look great. Yeah, I don't know.
I always say, I've said these exact words before. I am always stuck between a rock and a hard place with weight because I know that I would feel better if I lost weight. But I'm also extremely confident, so I just don't really give a shit.
Yeah.
But I know that I would feel better if I lost a stone or two. But I don't think I care enough to do it just yet.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Like, there's only one bloke seeing you naked.
So until then, I'll get a bit of filler in my lips. You know what? I hadn't had any filler in my lips for a really, really long time. And obviously I got them done last week. And I love them. I do.
How do they feel?
Do you want to touch them? Do you want to touch my lips?
Yes, I do. The weirdos on YouTube's going to love this bit.
You might need to grab.
Oh.
It feels like a lip.
Like a harder lip, though.
Yeah, well, it's a little bit hard around there. What do you think?
A bit like an inner tube.
A what?
An inner tube on a bike. Like,
I don't think I've ever prodded one of them.
You must have. Of course, it just feels like a lip.
Yeah.
But can you feel the difference?
What do you mean? Like, do I feel like
can you feel like the stuff in there?
But I mean, if I like really, I did this and like squeezed them loads, then yeah, I can feel.
Stop it. Do you ever wonder if you do that, if it's going to move? And you know what I found out the other day? That filler, when you dissolve it, never actually dissolves. It goes through the blood barrier or something, and then just moves somewhere else. So you'd have a bit of filler on your lung.
Just walks off.
Just goes on your leg.
Around. It just walks around.
It stays in your body. That's why
I don't know how true that is.
Ring Tash. It was
think
Tash that told us.
Does it not go through your lymphatic system and
no?
eventually
So she
come out
said
in your way?
it absorbs water, and that's why you can get this like swollen face look when you start dissolving, because it just goes through the barrier of whatever, and then just moves around the body for the rest of time.
Has a party.
I'll go to the lung. Now off to your bud. Right, let's do some shea shits.
Right, come on then.
Shea shit. Shea shit. The spray tan slip up. Oh, I like that we've been added a title, guys. I decided to treat myself to a spray tan to feel a bit more human after weeks of sleepless nights with my newborn. The salon was lovely, but the technician was running late, so she handed me a guide and told me to prep myself. Following the instructions, shower cap on, disposable pants on, arms stretched like a starfish, everything seemed fine until the machine kicked in. Is she in one of them, like, Ross from Friends?
It sounds a bit like it.
Where they're standing in a booth.
Yeah.
Did they exist?
I think they do, you
They
know.
must. But suddenly, I was being blasted with frozen cold mist.
Oh, it is cold, the spray
cold.
tan. It's freezing.
And I realised too late I was facing the wrong direction.
Oh, no, she's done a Ross. She's done a Ross. That's one of my favourite episodes of Friends.
Mine's Pivot. Pivot! There's no more pivot. And I was facing the wrong way. My back, perfectly bronze, my front patchy at best. To top it off, the guide said to pat dry lightly before leaving. So I waddled out of the booth like a half-cooked rotisserie chicken. I got home and my toddler took one look at me and asked, "Mammy, why are you orange and stripy?" Let's just say that was my first and last solo spray tan attempt. I would not trust myself in them boots.
I don't think I would either.
Like, stand there while some wifey sprays you, great, or get some skinny tan and do it yourself at home.
I don't think I'd trust that, because obviously when I get a spray tan off Anna, like obviously she sprays, but then anywhere where there's like little blotches or stuff, like she pats them all in nicely, and like I feel like you need that extra bit of care. You don't want to just go into a machine and stand there.
Clearly not.
I mean, they might work for some people. Should I read mine?
Yes, please.
I feel like this one might trigger me. After baby number 2, I decided it was time to invest in myself. I booked a consultation for lip fillers at a reputable looking salon. The woman seemed professional, but when she pulled out her phone mid-procedure to check TikTok trends for inspo, I should have run. So she pulled her phone out mid-procedure, mid-doing your lips.
To look at what?
TikTok.
No, but to look at how to do your lips.
I don't know. By the time I left, my lips were swollen to the size of actual sausages. The worst part, they weren't even symmetrical. One side was plump, the other side looked like it was holding a grudge. When I called to complain, the receptionist said, "Oh, that's totally normal. You'll love them in 2 weeks." Spoiler alert, I didn't. It took 3 appointments at another clinic to fix them. Lesson learned. Always check reviews beyond Instagram photos. But it is normal to have unsymmetrical lips.
When?
Well, pretty much everyone's got unsymmetrical lips. So a lot of people will have a curved side, right, and a flat side. Okay, so I've got a curved side, I've got a flat side. So sometimes,
you do?
Yeah.
Look at me.
So sometimes if you want to correct that, your lips you might need to put a little bit more filler in one side than the other, which means when you go out, you've probably had a couple more injection points in this lip. This side of your lip is going to be bigger than that side. People are going to go home and they're going to go, "Oh my God, my lips are totally unsymmetrical." They're not. It's going to take 2 weeks for your lips to settle. And then they're probably going to look absolutely fine.
Yeah. Yeah,
So-
but she must have waited till they've
it's
settled.
not good that she was looking on TikTok mid-procedure, but it is normal to
But
have.
she must have you must have to wait a certain amount of time to get more filler done, right?
Yeah,
So she must have waited the 2 weeks. Must
I
have.
would assume so.
And then if
And then obviously she hasn't liked them anyway, which is absolutely fine. And then she's went somewhere else. But really, she should have just gone back to that person and said, "I don't like my lips," and let that person fix them.
Oh, I wouldn't. Would you not?
Would you not?
Nah. But I wouldn't have allowed her to put anything in my face if she had her phone in her hand.
Yeah, no. So I don't get if she's been on TikTok while she's been doing a consultation, or she's literally been
checking how to do it.
in the. I don't really get that bit. But because when I get my lips done, I am a sweller. Like, I swell and I bleed, and it's like Becca done my lips the other week, and then I went to Morrison's and I felt something trickling down my face, and I think because I'd been talking and obviously stretching these swollen lips, they just started pouring the blood again, and I just had blood. I had blood on my nose. I don't know how, like, that bit must have been touching my nose, and I had blood all over my nose. But like, all normal, but she should have explained all that to you in the consultation, etc., etc. Right then. After months of baby vomit and unwashed hair, I decided I deserved a proper pamper day. I booked myself a massage, facial and pedicure, the works.
Wonderful.
Walking into the spa felt like stepping into heaven. Soft music, warm towels, someone actually touching me who wasn't a tiny human demanding snacks. During the massage, I almost cried because I'd forgotten what relaxation felt like. By the time I left, I was glowing and could actually see my ankles again. Bye-bye postpartum puffiness. It was the best £100 I've spent all year. My husband even said, "You look like yourself again." Translation, I don't look like a sleep-deprived zombie anymore. Highly recommend every mum treat herself to a proper pamper day. It's cheaper than therapy.
I agree with that.
100%.
That
100%.
for me is like perfect day.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, massage, facial, just time out. Did I ever tell you? You know when we went to...
Good to tell you.
I won't, I won't say where. We went to a spa together once and had massages.
Me and you?
Me and you.
Oh.
And had massages. And throughout the whole time of the massage, the girl was just talking to us about how she didn't want to work there anymore.
That's not good.
I was like, I really just want to enjoy my massage, and you're telling me how you hate working here giving people massages.
Oh my God. How bad's that?
I know.
That's so bad.
Over and out.
Over and out. Thanks for them. Can you more people write in, please? That would be lovely.
That would be lovely.
Next week the theme is health. Women's health.
Women's health.
So if you've got any questions or any stories to share on anything health related,
Just anything.
out. See what comes in.
Yeah, okay.
So Mama Social shout outs. So we've got Julie and Holly who run that side of the organisation. Holly has smashed her targets of like new parent leads.
Walk and talks.
Like,
talk and walks.
Talk and walks.
Talk and walk.
Take and walk. Like, Julie's calendar is full. Like, very, very good. But the next few weeks, we have 3 new walks starting. We thought we'd shout them out. So we've got a talk and walk in Birstall. Monday at 9:30s. Harrington Park, which is near us, which was one of the original ones for the expansion when it was just a little thing. And now it's back and I'm really happy about it.
I really like Harrington, but
that
what I
walk
don't
is
enjoy
gorgeous.
is that the walks near me are always on a Monday, and I do this on a Monday, so I can't attend a walk.
Buggers. Why don't you start one?
I don't have time. Twitchy eye. I'm getting twitchy eye.
I've had a twitchy eye for weeks, you know.
It's too much to do. You've got too much to do, and you're in denial. You're not dealing with it in your head, right? So it's coming out through your eye. I know when I'm stressed because my eye starts to twitch.
So that's Mondays at 10 o'clock, and then Kilmarnock is back in Scotland.
That sounds like a lovely place.
9:30 Tuesdays. So if you are in any of those areas, please go along.
If you want to walk with some lovely mums, have a look on the Mama Social website and see if there's a walk near you. If there isn't, you could start your own, so get in touch.
You can. So thanks for everything. You need to make sure you are liking, following, commenting,
subscribing, leaving a review.
Yes.
A review would be great. I think we need to start saying that at the start of an episode. At the very beginning, we'll be like, right, before you listen to this, pause us right now, go and leave a review, and then come back, or else you're not welcome.
Also, you can only leave you can only leave a review on Apple.
Can you?
Spotify's just
A star.
stars.
You can't actually write anything.
I don't think so. Not that I'm aware of.
Right,
Because it's
well.
only ever Apple reviews that come through on our
see.
little systems.
I see.
Ooh, I think it's time for some food for me.
I think really need a wee.
I need a wee.
Should we go together?
Team wee. Thank you, everybody. Keep doing what you're doing. Don't feel the pressures. Also, just enjoy yourself and do whatever you want.
Okay, bye. Bye. This episode of Mama Social, the podcast, was filmed and produced by Flamingo Heights Podcast Studio.
Lauren, I'll see you soon.
See you soon.
I don't
Why are you saying Lauren? Just say see you soon.
Steve.
Because we're talking to our listeners.
Ah.
See you soon.